What is prose? Prose is a form of language art that used to express our feeling, thoughts, or imagination, and all the things that we can say. There are 5 elements of prose. The first one is character. Characters are classified as major character, minor, static, and dynamic character. Major or protagonist character is the main character of the story which the story centers. Minor character or antagonist character is the character that always causing problems. This character always trying to disturb the major character. Static or flat character is the character that has unchanging personality. This character always support the major character. And the last one is dynamic character or rounded character. This character can be in a good side or bad side. And from the Useless Beauty story, we found that the Count and the Countess has selfish character. The Countess has selfish character because she doesn't want to have a baby because she don't want to lose her beauty. And the Count has selfish character because he wants to have a baby without thinking about what his wife wants.
So next is setting. Setting is a description of the time or any situations where the event occurred. And the next is about the types of the setting. So the first thing is about place setting. So it basically tells about where the story happens. Like for example, in a house or in a classroom or in an office or wherever. And the next is about situation settings that tells about which story would be happy or sad. And the last thing of the types of the setting is time setting. So it's just about when the story happens. Like for example, in the night, in the afternoon, in the February, like, or yeah, whatever. And the next, I'm gonna tell you about the function of the setting. So the first, to create a mood or atmosphere in the story. And the next is about to show the reader a different way of life. And the last thing to symbolize an idea. I mean. And the next we're gonna move to the story with the entitled is useless story. So the setting of the story, the first is it takes place in French. In French, and the second about the situation. It's full of curiosity and yeah, it ends up with sad ending. And the next is about place setting. I meant time setting. So it's in the afternoon at the end of June. Thanks.
Next, about plot. Plot is what happened in the story or the way actions are arranged in that story. There are 5 parts of plot. First, exposition. In this part, where the author introduces the character, setting, and so on in the story. And in that story about Useless Beauty, the exposition is the Countess and the Count have married for 11 years and already have 7 children. Second is rising action. Rising action is event that give rise to the conflict. And the rising action is when the Countess and the Count in the church, she talk about one of their children is not his. Third, climax. Climax is
the top of the conflict in the story, and most attention of the reader is centered to this part. And the climax of the story is when the Countess and the Count having dinner with their children. The Countess asks to his wife about the truth of what she said in the church. He got angry when she told about the confession in front of their children. Fourth, about falling action. In this part, the conflict is getting down and start to get the problem solving. And the falling action in the story is when the Countess climb down their children. And the last is resolution. This is the end of the story that determines the happy or sad ending. And the problem is also fixed by the end of the story. And in that story, the resolution is when finally the Countess told about the truth that the child is her husband's child.
Okay, next is point of view. According to Sarjono, point of view signifies the way a story gets told, the mode of perspective established by an author by means of which the reader is presented with the characters, setting, action, and even which constitute the narrative in a work of fiction. Point of view is how the author chooses the way to tell the story by using first, second, or third person perspective. This story uses first person point of view. This short story is written from the Countess' point of view as the main character of this short story.
Okay, the next one is theme. Theme is the topic or the idea that builds up the story. And the theme of this story is don't judge a book by its cover.
Okay guys, that's all from our group. Thank you for watching. Bye!